See if I will work. Anyway, so I had applied in a Taco Bell in Florida, last year, because I kind of knew the GM manager girl there. She was real nice, and she was telling me we're hiring, da da da, and you should apply. I said, yeah, I think I'll do it for a side gig. And so I had applied. Well, it never come through, and I had her personal phone number and everything, and so just let it ride. I had got another job in the meantime, and then about 3 months ago, thank you for the thumbs up. I guess about 3 or 4 months ago, I had applied for two jobs in management over there at that same store. Um, she had claimed that they were changing companies because somebody was buying it out, and it's a company out of Memphis that has bought a bunch of them out in several states, including Florida. And so, anyway, I applied, and I asked her how long does it take for me to get on and everything, and she was like, "Oh, just as soon as your background check comes through, I can get you on the schedule." And I was like, "That's great." So anyway, background check goes through in a couple days, and I'm down there and waiting to try to get the interview thing. And 3 days had gone by. An older lady that worked there was like, "I'm going to make sure you get your interview." And like the whole store is predominantly black. There's only like this one older white lady that works there. And what's really funny is it found out later that she is related to my dad's side of the family, oddly enough. Very interesting. But anyway, so one of the days, uh, the GM girl that's supposed to be my friend, everything was there, but she didn't have a whole lot of time. So the older lady went to interview me and all that. And, uh, I was supposed to be on schedule, and it just goes on and on. And I was over there like every day, like buying a dollar burrito and stuff, and still was not on the schedule. And I was getting over it. And then after about a month, you know, I went in there to order something as I gave up even asking. And this GM girl, came up to the counter while I was there, and she said, "Well, I can get you on, in like 2 more weeks. I don't know if you're gonna wait that long, but the corporate has nailed down on my, payroll, so I'm very limited." Well, she had hired 7 young black people after me that were actually working, oddly enough, and it's still the same big joke in there where you go in there and all they do is play on their phone. It takes 15, 20 minutes just to get waited on, and then it takes another 15 minutes to get the food. And I mean, that's if you're the only one standing in line, you know. It's very casual. So yeah, I don't know how they can afford to pay the people. But anyway, so about 2 weeks later, I applied at another one in another city. And so the guy wanted me on in higher form of management and offered me really good pay and guaranteed me 40 hours, but no overtime. And I said, "God, this is great. How soon can I start?" And I said, "I'm already in the system. I've already been hired." And he said, "Well, I don't know if they could transfer it over or not, but in the meantime, go ahead and just reapply for this store just in case." Like, okay. So I went and did it right then. And I had to do all the same paperwork again, everything, you know. And then I was sent a thing for another background check, which it went through to the old one, and it showed that it had been done and I was clear. I told him, I said, "My background check's already clear, ready to go. Here it is." And he's like, "Great." Well, he had trouble like recovering my paperwork or something. There was some kind of problem that it wouldn't tell me, and so that went on for about a week or so, and then he says, okay, I got scheduled for you and everything. And he said, come in tomorrow. Uh, and I had agreed to go 9 a.m. till whenever, till about like, 9, 10 p.m. That was going to be my limit. And so he tells me come in at 8 on, I think it was a Saturday. And it was on the 31st of October. So anyway, I came in and I worked that shift. He said, great first day, da 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 da. And I was like, thank you. Nice guy, nice people I worked with. Very limited crew. There was only like 3 or 4 of us there. And the store is actually quite good. They uh they're pretty fast at serving people. I had been to that store many times years ago, and it was terrible service, terrible food. It was a mess, but you know, it has since improved like 400%. So I was very impressed with the way they handled their business. So, I thought, well, this is great. They got their crap together, and that, maybe it'd be a smooth deal. So anyway, he had a whole schedule ready for me, but then, he said, we have to do some other stuff on the computer. And I'm like, okay, whenever you're ready. And he's like, we'll do it, tomorrow or something. And so then every day I come up there, I'm like, so what's my schedule? When do I work next? And he's like, well, we have to wait. There's a problem. And I'm like, God, what's the problem? They would never tell me. And so, I kept coming in. I call him, I text him. I had his personal number and everything. And really nice guy. And so it just goes on and on and on. And so, one day I went in there to order, burrito as a customer, and what looked like a district girl was there. And I walked right up to her and I said, hi. I said, do you know what the problem seems to be? Of why I can't work? And I've already worked one shift, and I haven't even been paid. And she said, we're not sure. There's something with the website, and we're trying to figure it out. May have to get corporate into it or something. And it's like, oh. So, I mean, they could have told me that before, I thought maybe I'd done something wrong or something. And so anyway, and my boss was very concerned because he said he really needed me to be there. And it would help him so much to have another manager in the store, because they only had like 2, and like him and this other girl. And so it was hard on them for hours, actually. It was very, very hard on them. So they really needed, another person, which was me. So anyway, I was really disappointed. And so it just kind of goes on and on. Well, on the 26th of November, which I had applied for this job on the 26th of October and went to work on the 31st of October. On the 26th of November, I called corporate. Yep, I sure do. And talked to an operator there, and left a couple messages with some people and asked who I need to talk to. She wanted me to talk to this HR guy. And so I had talked to this HR guy, Davis Mendoza. He had called me back. He was apparently in a meeting when I had called and left messages for him. I left 2 messages for him. And so he had called me back. And we talked, and I said, look, it's been like a month. I have got no paycheck. And so anyway, and I had, direct deposit, all that stuff on both those accounts. Now, I don't know if it screwballed up because I was still employed with 2 stores instead of just 1. but it was under the same company. I don't know what happened, where, what, how, if they had to terminate me from the first one in order to get the second one running or what was going on. I don't know. But anyway, he was like, we'll just mail it, you know, and we'll mail it to that store. I'm like, well, I'm not driving to that store. And so anyway, I said, just deposit it to my account. Oh, you have direct deposit? Yeah, that's what I signed up for twice, you know. And so anyway, he said, yeah, that'd be taken care of. So I sent a message to my boss today. Now he had asked me to come back to work about a week ago. Okay, we got everything taken care of. I still haven't been paid. And I said, well, it's too late. I've already made other arrangements. And so anyway, I sent a message, I still haven't got my pay. He's like, I'm working on it. I sent a message today. I hadn't got my pay. Now, I did call B&G Foods today. And so it's over 30 days now. And there's nobody there, probably because they're all out for Thanksgiving holiday week or whatever. I don't know. And so I wasn't able to leave any message or anything. There's nobody answering. So, but truly disappointed. I cannot believe a company that has bought a bunch of Taco Bells out can't afford to pay an employee, and much less get their crap together. I mean, labor board, definitely needs to do something about this, and they should really shut a business down like that if they can't pay their employees. And this is not the first time I've gone through something like this. Okay, yeah, I've had a couple other two-penny jobs like this that can't seem to get their act together to pay me or pay me right or whatever. Um, so really strange. I don't know how people that work these kind of jobs, function when people abuse them like this. I've worked for myself for a great many years and made huge money, and I'm glad I did. Um, because it's just me, myself, and I. But sometimes you have to suck it up and do what you got to do to get revenue. I've had problems with the car where I couldn't work my normal job, dressing entertainers and that, and health problems. I've had extremely bad health problems, just downhill, no brakes, like in the past year, really bad. I was in the hospital recently. I'm still pretty bad, and it's just been really rough. But yeah, so beware if you go to work for a Taco Bell, and it is owned by something called B&G Foods. Beware, because right now it's over 30 days. I can't seem to get my money. My boss sent me a message a little bit ago. Oh, they're mailing your check to the store, and it's like, no, wrong. You know, I'm not driving out there to go get it. And two, they need to deposit it. Okay. So anyway, yeah. But just so I let you know, an update on that situation. And wouldn't it have been scary if I had started back to work and they still couldn't pay me? Wrong. You know, I'm not stupid twice. No, 5 college degrees later, I'm not stupid twice. So anyway, best wishes to you, everybody, and good luck if you're working for this company. Um, uh, it's just shocking, shocking. These people do not need to be in business. That's just horrible because I won't be the only one that's treated like this. Inexcusable. 100% inexcusable. So I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Just want to let you know, be careful if you go sign that application for B&G Foods because you're not going to get paid. Apparently they can't afford to pay their people. I just can't believe it. And that was kind of a cool job because they have the option to get daily pay and all that, which I didn't even bother signing up for that because usually with daily pay you only get part of your money. And I was not going to go back to work for them, so I didn't even sign up for that. So anyway, yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a great one. I love you. I'll see you in the next vlog. Be kind to a stranger. Love everybody.